All right, guys, welcome to another WordPress tutorial on Zeilhan. Today, we're going to be using the Kadence team and WordPress, obviously, to build a real estate website for realtors. I want to start off by saying that this is going to be a beginner-friendly tutorial, but you are going to be pretty much really good at building websites by the end of this. And not only websites, you're building a website that's going to actually get you leads and clients and everything in between. All right, so what does that mean? Well, there are a few things you're going to need to have going on for your website. First, it has to be beautiful. And as you can see, this is beautiful. The design is really nice, as you can see as well. Really awesome pictures, amazing colors, call to actions and buttons and the like. You also notice that we have properties listed. I did some changes to this one. You're going to learn how to do this change so you can do the change to everything else. And you can view all your properties. You will learn how to create pages, how to create properties. You are going to learn how to add links, how to do design. And most importantly, you're also going to learn some marketing. So how do you get traffic to your website? How do you convert that traffic? How do you secure your website? How do you make your website fast? This is a website. How do you get this .co.uk thingy that's called a domain name as well? Everything from start to finish that you need to learn in order to build an amazing website, you are going to get it. You can go ahead and check out the contact page. It's actually pretty beautiful. This is a minimalist website. It's for luxury real estate. You can use it for a pet shop if you like. It's just a matter of changing the content, changing the pictures, and let it fit the style of your business. Speaking about the style of your business, we're going to learn about branding. What is branding? Well, when we speak about Toyota, we remember about cheap and reliable cars from Japan. When we speak about Apple, we think about high-tech luxury technology. For example, the iPhone and the iMac, they're high-tech and they're also luxury and a premium brand as well. We're going to learn how to do the same with your business, where we're going to learn a lot about branding in our branding masterclass. After you've built your website, you need people to be able to see it when they search for your products or your services. This is going to come from SEO, search engine optimization. What exactly is that and how does it work? We're going to teach you that. As you can realize, we are going to be teaching you a lot of amazing things in this tutorial. And the best part about it is that you don't have to know anything to get started. Last but not least, and perhaps quite most interesting, we're going to teach you how to use ChatGPT to help you when you're building this website. Not the premium version, the free version of ChatGPT to help you learn how to build this website. And here's the kicker, guys. The only thing that I ask of you is that if you enjoy this tutorial, if you found value in it, if you have found value so far, go ahead and hit subscribe. Help us in our journey to 1,000 subscribers. If there is something that you like or you don't like, comment in the comment section down below. If you have a question, go ahead and ask. I personally will reach out to you and answer those questions. And we're going to just keep doing amazing tutorials. So the things that you like, tell us so we can do more of that. And the things that you don't like, tell us so we can do a bit less of that. So at the end of the day, you can get amazing videos, amazing content, amazing tutorials. This website might be made for free download, depending on what the title says and what the thumbnail says. If it's for free download, the free download link is in the description down below for what we've done. Let us get started in this tutorial. Thank you, guys. All right, to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to get our domain name and we're going to set up our website hosting. The way we're going to go about this is not the way that they normally do it. And here's what I mean. In the description of this video, there's going to be a link to different website hosts. We're going to have Name Hero and a few others. What we're going to do is we are going to get our domain name from Name Hero. All right. So you're going to click on the link in the description. It's going to take you to Name Hero. Hopefully you don't have to go through reCAPTCHA like I have to go through here. And then it's going to take you to Name Hero. The domain name is going to be your .com, your .co, your .org. The name of your website, the website address. So google.com, namehero.com, that's the domain name. Most times it's going to be your businessname.com. So if your business is Pete's Pizzas, it's going to be petespizzas.com. And sometimes it can be .co.uk depending on what you'd like. And then after that, you're going to set up what's called hosting. Hosting is going to be the computer that is on 24/7 or the server that is on 24/7. That's going to make your website available across the globe. what we're going to do that's different, and I'm going to show you how to do it the regular way. We're not going to be using shared hosting, that is named here. We're going to be using managed hosting, because the managed hosting solution we're going to be using is a little bit price flexible, but it offers a lot more power. What we're going to do here is that instead of using name hero for the domain name and the hosting, like most of the YouTube tutorials, we're going to go a little bit more advanced, where we can use more advanced and better web servers like Amazon Web Service or Google Cloud, for example. Or we can go cheaper and use DigitalOcean or Vultr or Linode. And we're going to get this by using Cloudways. So here's what we're going to do. On Name Hero's homepage, namehero.com, we're going to click domains. We're just going to purchase a domain. So I'm going to type Zeilhan tutorials. And I'm not going to be using .com this time. I'm going to be using .co.uk. And no, I am not in the UK. So we have .com. That's added from my previous session, because I was trying to set up hosting, but don't worry about it. It's going to be the same process. What I want is .co.uk. So there are different domain names. We're just going to go with the .co.uk option because it is cheap. It's added to cart. Now I'm going to click on the cart. I am going to remove the hosting that is there. So it says here that if you plan on purchasing web hosting with Namehero, and this is the most important part, because remember I told you that we're not going to be hosting with Namehero in this situation. But if you're using Namehero as a host, you click continue and then you can purchase your hosting and you can go from there. But we're not going to be using Namehero. I am going to leave the name servers as is though, because I don't yet know the name servers for the host that I'm going to be getting. So we'll get that later. So this part right here, zeilhantutorials.com, is from the previous part of the tutorial that you guys probably won't see, when I was trying to get hosting from Namehero and it was not working. In another tutorial, I'll show you how to get Namehero hosting. But right now it's not working. The checkout page is crashing. So let's hope it doesn't happen with the domain name. So zeilhantutorials.co.uk, email forwarding, DNS management. You can get those. This is just a tutorial for me. I don't need it, so I won't get them, but you can get them. You can read. It basically makes your website available faster, and it makes you have all your emails in one inbox. Perfectly fine. Not a big deal for me. So we're going to continue. All right. So I don't need the .com. Let's remove that. No savings. We are going to create a new account. All right. So once you've created your account, all right, guys. So you're going to create your account, first name, last name, email address, etc., your billing address, and all of that good stuff. Once you have created your account, you're going to go ahead and select your payment method, enter your payment details, all right? And you have read and agreed to the terms of service, and you check out. And that's what it's going to be. I already have an account with Namehero. I think I'm going to go ahead and use that existing customer account, because I just need a domain name. I don't need a separate account. When I'm doing the hosting tutorial for you guys again, then we'll get a new account. So I'm just going to use the existing customer login. We're going to log in. Everything is as I'd like it. Read and agreed to the terms of service. And we are going to check out now. All right. So let's go ahead and check out. All right. Order placed. Continue to client area, because we're going to need this section. Now I do have 8 domains here. I've had more. Some are expired, some not so expired. I'm going to click on domains. We are going to go all the way over to Zeilhan tutorials. Let me just make myself a little bit smaller. zeilhantutorials.co.uk. We are going to click on this one. Click on it. And everything is as we would like it to be. No SSL, perfectly fine. We'll set that up very soon. So now that we have this set up, and remember guys, once you set up your account, you're going to want to go to your email address that you used, and you're going to want to get all the good stuff happening, like getting your confirmation code and everything like that. You can go ahead and do that. I already had an account. That's something I need to show you. Now for the hosting that we're going to be using this time is Cloudways. And Cloudways is it's something that I love, because you can choose where you host your website, like which server. It can be Google Cloud, it can be Amazon Web Services for higher performance websites. So like my most important clients with like e-commerce platforms and so on, always AWS, always Google Cloud. Or you can go with something a bit more budget friendly. For this tutorial, we're going to use that. I'm going to be using Vultr. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new account with Cloudways, because I'm actually going to be getting website hosting. Now, Cloudways is very beautiful. I won't ramble on too much. We're just going to get started. So we're going to say start free. I am going to sign up with my Google account. You can just enter first name, last name, and so on. Everybody can do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the Google method. So I'm going to click continue with Google. I'm going to select the email address. I'm going to continue. All right, so now I need to set a password. I'm just going to select a strong password. I will describe myself as I'm a lot of things right now. So I'm going to say digital agency for this person. Yeah, I'm just going to say digital agency. My hosting spend is 50 to 250. I agree to the terms of service, privacy policy. I am going to continue. Activate your account, sign in. All right, so submit details. All right, guys, good news. So my Cloudways account has been activated. Woohoo! It took a few days, but I'll show you the process. So to get activated, you just need to go to cloudways.com. All right, so you apply for an account, then you actually go to cloudways.com. Let me get my chat out of the way, and it's going to be right there. And when you go to cloudways.com, you're going to click send a message. All right, send us a message, go to verification. Once you go to verification, it's going to automatically apply with the instructions to get verified. So I literally did all of this. So I sent them the email account that I used to sign up. I sent them links to my Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. I sent them my company's website, which, Zeilhan.com. I sent them my ID. So I used my driver's license. And I also sent them my contact number. So I used two socials. I used my company's website. I used the email address, my driver's license, government issued ID. And within about 3 or 4 hours, I was verified. So we're verified. We are going to log in and activate. I understand the risks. Take me there. All right, this is good. So here's what we're going to be doing. Let's get started. Okay, so here it's telling us you can deploy more apps once your first server is ready. So to set up a WordPress install, we're just going to click next right here. And I'm going to call this, all right, go next. Actually, I need to name it first app. First app. I'm going to call this first server. And I'm going to call this startup project. I'm just going to install startup project. Then we go next. So it's saying that I can only use DigitalOcean, AWS, and Google. So let's just go ahead, set up that. Select your desired server size. I'm just doing a test website, so I can just go with a 1 gig regular server, but most times you're going to go with a 2 gig high performance. All right, so I'm just going to go with my 1 gig regular server. Let's go next. So the location I'm going to use is actually Miami. If I can use Miami, it doesn't seem like Miami is one of the options. I'll just go with New York for now then. So try to a blazing platform with 3-day trial, no credit card. Yes, let's go on. I'm perfectly fine. You're all set. End. So I'm going to launch now. And remember, this is a WordPress install. You can also go with a multi-site. So that's a WordPress multi-site, and you can go with a WooCommerce installation. So I'm just going to go ahead and launch now. So it's adding my server. All right, first server has been created. Our server is here. We have an application. So after you've made your server, this is the most important part. After you've made your server, so you're going to go to dashboard. We have a server right here. So we have a server installed. Here's what you're going to do next. You're going to click on your server. You're going to copy the public IP. You're going to log into your name here, client section. When you log into your name here, client section, you're going to go to DNS management. At DNS management, you're going to add at a record, and you're going to paste in the IP address and save changes. So this is what you'll have when you're done. Once you've done that, I want you to copy your website URL. I want you to go incognito and go to DNS checker. All right. DNS checker. You're going to paste in the URL. You're going to search the A records. The address that you see right here should be the same address from your Cloudways IP, and it should also be the same for your A record. And what DNS checker is basically saying to you, it is telling you that, all right, your website domain is available across the globe on this server. This is the IP address for your server. This is the A record for it. And that's all you need to do. If you go to Name Hero or you go to your public register, your DNS, or you go to your domain name register, and they don't have the option to add the A record, open a support ticket, tell them that this is the IP address for your Cloudways server. You'd like to have them added to your domain so you can use Cloudways for your domain. Once that is done, you're going to go back to Cloudways. All right. You're going to go to your first app. This is your WordPress install. You're ready to use this. So you're just going to click on this. You have two URLs right here. You're going to have the application URL. If you click here, it takes you to the actual website. And if you click here, it takes you to the admin panel. You copy the login URL and you copy the password. You're going to paste it in and you can log in. So the next thing that you're going to do after you've seen the IP, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to copy the domain name. You're going to go back to Cloudways. You're going to go to domain management. The default, the primary is going to be this long, ugly URL that you can't share with anyone. You're going to do is you're going to add domain. You're going to paste in your URL, and then you're going to add domain. After you've added the domain, it's going to appear, but it's going to be here. You're just going to right click and make primary for the actual domain. Once that is done, it still won't work because you need to have SSL. You need to have an SSL certificate installed. So to install the SSL certificate, you're going to go to SSL certificate. Let's encrypt. You're going to use your email address. I'm just going to use one for the business, and you're going to paste in your domain, and you're going to install SSL certificate. Once the SSL certificate is installed, we're going to go to incognito. We're going to paste the URL. We're going to see if it works. And it works. Now to go to your admin address, you're just going to right click here. You're going to say WP admin. Once that happens, you're going to go back to Cloudways, access details, copy and paste your email address, copy and paste your password, and you're going to log in. And there you go. All right. Now on the WordPress dashboard, what we're going to do next is we're just going to go ahead and visit site, open link in new tab. And this is basically what our website looks like. It's not much, it's not exciting, but we are going to make something of it. So let's just head back over to the main dashboard, keep this window open. We're going to use it a little bit later. What we need to do is we need to ensure that our website can be found online, meaning that we need what's called search engine optimization as SEO. And SEO is basically saying if you go to Google and you type real estate agents in LA or real estate agents Miami, you want to be one of the first options. SEO, search engine optimization, is going to be a huge part of getting you to rank in a number 1 or 2 position. And we're going to have to get some of that going. To get that going, we're going to go over to settings and permalinks. The first easiest change we can make is to change the permalink structure to post name. Always use post name. And as you can see, it's just a representation of how your URL or your link is going to look. It seems simple now, but basically what this is saying is that it's going to tell the website crawlers, which is what Google sends over to get an idea of what your website is like. They're robots. It's going to give them an idea of what your page is about and your website is about. And it's also going to give web surfers like myself an idea of what the web page is about, because I can read the link and I can have a good understanding of what the page is about versus all these other options, which aren't very descriptive. So having changed to posting, let's go ahead and save changes. After we've saved changes, we're going to go to settings general. On settings general, we're going to change a few things. We're going to change the name of our blog and we're going to change our tagline. The blog and the site title and the tagline are going to be important because it tells the website crawlers yet again what our website is about. What I like to do is I like to use my company name. You might be a person at this stage. So you can say your company name or your name. I'm going to go with Zeilhan Real Estate. And then we're going to add this pipe. The pipe is the button that is above the enter key. It's like a slash, the forward slash, and then the pipe. Shift and press that button, you're going to get the pipe. Then you're going to put something that your ideal client or customer would type into Google to come across your business. We're just going to type Miami. So let's go with Miami this time. Miami's best real estate agent, and that can be helpful. We're going to copy what we put after the pipe, and we're going to put that for the tagline. We're not going to change the site icon just yet. If you've been following along, you should have HTTPS for the security of your website. Our admin email is as it is. And the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to start my week on Sunday because I love it that way. That's what it's supposed to be. We are going to change the time format to this one because I like that one. The time zone, so you don't have to make those last changes like the time format and the week starts on. But what you must change is the time zone. And the reason why this is important is because it's going to set the time on your website. So whenever a notification comes in, whenever a change comes in, a request or anything of the sort, you want to know when it took place, just go ahead and type your location. I am in Jamaica, guys. And go ahead and comment where you're watching from. Let's see if we can set up a global community for building amazing websites. So I'm in Jamaica. I'm going to use Jamaica. I'm going to keep my site language. And let's save changes. Now that we've done that, we're going to head back over to our blog. Let's refresh. You're going to notice some changes here. That is good. And you're going to notice the changes there. That's fine. And we have some changes here as well. Now, the next thing that we have to focus on is what are called WordPress themes and plugins, because themes and plugins are going to help us to create an awesome website in just a few clicks using a template from Kadence. All right. So for our WordPress website as it is, we need to understand themes and plugins. What are plugins? What are themes? Plugins are going to be like, so we have a smartphone right here. A plugin is going to be like an app on your smartphone, like WhatsApp or YouTube or X or Netflix. The apps give you the functionality that they provide on the smartphone. So normally you get the phone, you can't watch Netflix right off the drop. Or you get a smartphone, you can't use WhatsApp, or you can't watch videos, or whatever the case might be, or even listen to music. The apps on the smartphone allow you to do that. The plugins on your website allow you to add functionality to your website. On our dashboard, we're going to go to plugins, installed plugins. You are going to see a list of plugins. Serbo is not going to be a part of your list. So WP Serbo is not going to be on your list. And that's because we added this plugin for security purposes while we do this tutorial. But what you're going to see most times are other plugins. As you can see, WP Serbo adds malware scan and anti-spam and basically WordPress security. No need to install this plugin. We're going to be doing WordPress security in the future. These are our added plugins. They aren't activated. To add a new plugin, you click on add new plugin and you can search for the plugin over here. Let's say that we want to add Netflix. I don't know if that exists, but let's see if that is there. And we have a few plugins. So you can add a video gallery on your website. All right, this might be good. So we don't have a Netflix plugin, but sure. Let's go. And that would make sense because Netflix already has a website. Sure. We can also just go ahead and install. When we click install, it's going to add the plugin. After you've installed the plugin, you need to click activate. That is where you're going to be asked to set up your plugin. You see Vimeo graphic over here on the side and the like. We're not going to set up this plugin because it's just an example. We're going to head back over to plugins, installed plugins. We're going to show you how to delete plugins. We don't need Vimeo graphic, it was just an example. So to go ahead and delete this plugin, first you deactivate it. Then you can bulk select, uncheck WP Server in my case, and bulk action, deactivate, apply. And there we go. I'm not sure if it got deactivated. Oh, it's not deactivate that we need. It's actually delete. So just go ahead and do delete. They're already deactivated. And yes, we're going to delete all these plugins. All right, that's good. Now that we've understood plugins, we're going to come back to plugins in the future. We need to understand WordPress themes. Let's use the example of the smartphone again. This is an Android smartphone. That's the operating system that's on the phone. You can have an iPhone with the iOS operating system on it. And the operating system dictates how the phone feels when you use it, or the smartphone feels. And you can have WhatsApp on an Android device and on an iPhone. However, sometimes the app works a little bit different. Sometimes it looks a bit different. Sometimes it performs a little bit different. Same thing with the theme. It's going to be like the iOS or the Android. It's going to be, there's a notification. It's basically going to be the operating system of your website. You can change your themes. Now, you don't have to have any plugins activated at any point in time, but you must have a theme activated at some point. The theme that we're using here is the 2025 theme, I believe. There it is, 2025. To take a look at your themes, you're going to go to Appearance and Themes. We have a few themes here. This is a 2023 theme. Let's take a look at the live preview, see what that would look like if it was activated. If it was activated, this is how our website would look. At some point in the future, you might be using 2026 or 2027 theme. Perfectly fine. So go ahead and notice the difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this window. We're going to keep this one open. We're going to delete these themes that we aren't going to be using. We are going to leave 2025 activated. And then we're going to install a Kadence theme, install a Kadence starter template, plugin, and set up our website in the next 5 minutes. So to delete the theme, you click on the theme and you delete. Click on it and you delete. To add a theme, you obviously are going to click Add New Theme. Under themes, we can notice we have a few themes right here. We've done tutorials with Astra. This is a Kadence tutorial. We have used Bloxy, and I personally have also used Hello Elementor. What we're going to do is we're going to install a Kadence theme. If it's not here under popular for some reason, you can go to search themes and you can type Kadence. Kadence will appear somewhere. Here it is, Kadence. Go ahead and click install. Much like a plugin, after you install the theme, you need to activate it. Just go ahead and click activate. Now that we've activated, we have a message here, get started with an AI-powered website. And if you see this message, go ahead and click install starter templates. If you don't see that message, right? If you don't see that message, you're going to go ahead and go to plugins, add new plugin, because it is a plugin that you would have added. You're going to search plugins and you're going to type Kadence. And under Kadence, you are going to see AI powered starter templates by Kadence, 200,000 active installations. We're not going to be using the AI templates at this time, but you're going to go ahead and click install. Now we already have the theme and we can activate. Now we already have the Kadence theme, as I was saying, installed and activated. Our website should look a little bit different than it looks right here. So let's go ahead and duplicate this. All right. So this is what our website looked like with the 2025 theme. With the Kadence theme, this is our website looks. And you can notice there's a difference, right? The font is different, the colors are different, the layout is a bit different, and even the header looks different as well. Very, very different. And it's easier on the eyes, this one. Good. So now what we're going to do is, having activated the starter templates, we are going to go to Kadence. Where is it? Appearance and Kadence, and we see starter templates. Let's click on that. We wouldn't use, well, in this tutorial, we're not going to use the AI starter templates. We're just going to use the classic starter templates. Under classic starter templates, we are going to look for the real estate template. So just keep scrolling until we find it. I know it's here somewhere. And here we have found the template. Let's go ahead and click on this one. Here's where you can make some changes. So this is a template. This is what it's going to look like. Well, this is what your website is going to look like. You can make some changes. Some of the changes that you can make is you can use a different color palette, as you have seen. You can just click and choose a different color palette. And any color that works for you is up for grabs, really. All right, I think I like this one with the red and the blue. We're going to keep scrolling and see what's there. The black looks premium, which is often the case, but I'm going to go with the red and the blue. For some reason, that kind of works for me, I think. Let's check out the black. Orange. So I like the red and the blue. Not everything about it, but I like a lot about it. Guys, a lot about it. And we can use dark mode on the theme, all right, which is actually absolutely amazing. But I'm going to go with the red and the blue. All right, that is good. We can change the fonts. We're not going to do too much with the fonts just yet. We will learn about fonts in the future. So you can click and you will notice a difference about the font. I like this one. Lieber Franklin and Lieber Baskersville. I like that one a lot. So you can go ahead and just go through all these fonts and choose the one that works for you. This looks like Lato, that is Nunito. So Rubik and Carla, Oswald and OpenSense. I'm going to go with Rubik and Carla. I think that's the one I would like to use in this one. And we're going to go next. We're going to import the full site. We don't need advanced settings. And let's go with next. We can add different plugins right here. I'm not going to add these just yet. We are going to add solid security in a few. We're not going to do WooCommerce for this because this is not an e-commerce tutorial. And none of these are going to be used. But let's just go ahead, finish and launch. Start import. All right then, so this is our website. We can see my site. So this is where we started, 2025 theme. This is where we got to installing the Kadence theme. And this is where we are with the Kadence starter template. Absolutely beautiful if you ask me. I like what we have right here. This has potential. This has potential. All right, then. So what we're going to be doing now, let's just close all these other windows. We don't need to take a look at the past. We are in the future. We're in the present. We are in the now. And we are looking absolutely amazing. So what we're going to be doing going forward, guys, is we're just going to learn how to design this template to add your content. So if you go to the contact page, you want to add your hours, you want to add your address, your picture, certainly, and the contact form you want to set up such that the information goes to your email and the like. If you want to add your address, oh, the Golden Gate Bridge, that's nice. You want to have your website set up to suit you. Right now, it's set up for Alan Duncan. And while he's an amazing real estate agent, you would like to get business for yourself, not for Alan. So we're going to teach you how to edit this template. Before we get there, we're going to have to do a few things. Whenever you go downtown and a building is being erected, normally they privatize. You can actually see the building. We're going to do something similar with our website. We're not going to allow normal website visitors to see the website until it's ready for use. We're going to use what's called a coming soon page. After we've added our coming soon page to prevent normal website visitors from seeing it, we're going to add some website security. The reason why we do the website security before we even start editing the website is because you don't want to spend a month editing the website. And after you've edited the website after a month and made it your own, you realize that it has been hacked and there's malware and you perhaps lose your website. You have to start over. No, we're going to do things the right way. We are going to secure the website from the get-go. After we have secured the website, we're going to look at branding meaning the colors that you use, the fonts and typography. Then we are going to learn how to edit this template. We're going to learn about website responsiveness, how to make a website responsive, what that even means, and it's very important, so stick around for that. And we are perhaps going to learn how to add a property to this website, because I imagine that you're going to be adding properties in the future. And right now, there are only 2 properties added. How do we add more properties? We're going to teach you how to do that as well. So to get started, like I said, we're going to go to our dashboard, go to plugins, add new plugin. We are going to go to construction, just type construction. On construction, we are going to get this under construction plugin right here by Web Factory. Go ahead and install. Then you're going to activate this plugin. Having activated, let's just close this and go right here, go to settings. We're going to dismiss this message. We're just going to choose one of these looks. We're into real estate. This one might be a good option. We might also find this one very helpful. Yeah, they're very similar. And I think I'll just be simple and go with this one, loader at work. Just go ahead and activate. Now, when it's activated, if it's working, when you view the website in incognito, you should not be able to see the website, but you can. Why is that? Well, you've only selected the look that you wanted to have. You haven't said, all right, go ahead and activate it. To activate it, you're going to go back to under construction and you're going to turn it on. Having turned it on, we're going to go to visit site. And here we are. So you can't see the site. No, this is your website. It's absolutely beautiful. You might want to share with your friends and family. If you are building for a client, you perhaps want to share your progress with the client at different intervals before it's ready. How do you do that? To do it, you can do it 2 ways. To achieve that, you can do it 2 ways. you can first disable under construction. So just turn it off, and you'll be able to view your website afterwards. All right, so go ahead and close that. Or what you could do is, so let's go ahead and turn it on again. You're going to notice that while it's on, so it's on and you can't visit the site. So let's prove that you can't visit the site. What you're going to notice is that if you go to visit site, you can see the site. And there's a message here that says you are whitelisted, so you see the normal site. So you can go ahead and close that message and you're seeing the normal site as usual. No one else is going to see it. How do you have someone else see it? Well, you're going to go to dashboard, go to users, add new user, add them as an administrator, get a username, email, and password, send that over to them with the login link. If you have been following the tutorial, you should know where your login URL is. And this will allow admins to log into the website first and then view the website. The problem is that if you give this to a client, and I recommend that you don't, there remains a potential that they, being an administrator, can delete your account from the website and then you lose the website. Perfect. Not very good, right? So what you're going to do instead is you're just going to go ahead and turn this off when they want to take a look at it. Once they've seen it, you're going to turn it on again. And that is a very easy way of getting that done. So that is it for under construction. Let's go back to the dashboard. And there we are. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to head over to plugins. And we're going to add new plugin. This is going to be the security part of our tutorial. We're going to secure our website. Let's go to security. The plugins we're going to add are Really Simple Security. That's 1. Sucuri Security. That's 2. Solid Security, like we mentioned, that's 3. And I believe what we're going to add next is UpdraftPlus. So let me keep searching if there's anything that I overlooked. I do not think so. So we're going to go with Updraft. All right. UpdraftPlus for backups. Just go ahead and install that one. All right. Now, before you continue, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to secure your WordPress username and password, because at some point in this tutorial, you're going to find that you might be logged out of the website. All right. To go ahead and secure your WordPress username and password, you're going to go to users, profile. Under user profile, under users profile, you're going to copy your username. You can copy your, because you can use either your username or your email to log in. You're going to grab your password. If you don't remember your password, just click on set new password and copy, and you're going to save that somewhere. Now, I am not going to do this because I already know what my username and my password is. I have no issues with that. But ensure you do this and save it in a secure place. Now that we've done that, we're going to go to plugins, installed plugins, and we're going to start with our security part of this tutorial. The first one that we're going to activate is Really Simple Security. Just go ahead and activate that one. Now you can select your hosting provider. In this tutorial, we're perhaps using Cloudways. And where is Cloudways? There's Cloudways. Another popular one is Flywheel is a popular one. GoDaddy is popular. Don't like them very much though. And InMotion, I've used them. Liquid Web is really good. That's where my server is. And WP Engine is really good. So you can select where your host is. Then after you've selected your host, you can go ahead and click Activate SSL. You can include tips and tricks, like I've been selecting this for a while. So just go ahead and save and continue. You might learn something important. Vulnerability scan, email login, mixed content fixer, essential WordPress hardening. Go ahead and enable all of these. Enabled. Now for burst statistics, compliance, and terms and conditions, you can activate these. They are very helpful when you're launching your website. I'm not going to activate them, but you can go ahead and, no, not activate, install. You can install them because they're going to be helpful when you're launching your website. But I won't go with them. Just go ahead and skip for me, but you can install them. And I'm going to finish. Now we're at 53%. Not much more we can do with the free version, but we are pretty good where we are. Going to go to plugins again, and we're going to go to install plugins. We're going to look for Sucuri. Go ahead and activate Sucuri. After activating Sucuri, we're going to go to plugins. Now we're going to go to Sucuri Security, dashboard, and settings. and hardening. Now we're going to harden this website by clicking apply hardening. We're going to do this one last. You can't apply hardening to the firewall because the firewall requires a premium key for it to be hardened. But what you can do, however, is you can get a premium license from Sucuri. Just head over to, so you see this icon right here? You can open a link in new tab and it will take you to Sucuri.net. You can open a live chat. Where is it? It is not there, I suppose. Yes, there it is. So you can chat now and ask for Stephen Johnston. All right. And when you ask for Stephen Johnston, just tell him Zeilhan Jabez at Zeilhan. My name is going to come up downstream. And it will help you get set up. I've been working with him for almost 5 years, perhaps even more at this stage. He's really amazing guy, very helpful. Not salesy, not sleazy, really, really, really awesome guy. 100% would recommend. After that, so if you want, you can do that. If you are one of our clients, you get the premium security. That is a part of our plan, our offering for our clients. But for the rest of us, we're just going to go ahead and apply hardening. All right, then, move myself out of the way. We're going to go to plugins, install plugins. We are going to go to solid security. Go ahead and activate solid security. And notice that we have been logged out. So like I said, at some point, you're going to be logged out. So just go ahead and enter your username or email address, enter your password, and just log in. It says something went wrong. If that happened, just click in the URL, click after WP admin, and delete everything after WP admin. So just go to your website /WP admin and log in, and you're going to get back in. Simple. Now we're going to head back over to plugins, install plugins, and activate solid security now. We're going to walk through the setup for solid security. It's changed recently. All right, so now that it's activated, we're going to go to solid security settings. So we can go to security and setup. Allow and continue. Sure. I like them. I've been using solid security on a client's website for the past 7 years, and they have never been hacked. Never been hacked. No, that is amazing. All right, then. So we're just going to go ahead and this is a brochure, or you can say it's a blog, or you can say it's a portfolio. I'm going to say that it's a simple website to promote our business. You can go ahead and scan site, and I recommend it. But because we have WP Servo, it's not going to work well. But for you, it will work. So go ahead and scan the site, but we are going to skip it. After your scan is finished, you're going to see this page. Activate network brute force. This is not a multi-site, but go ahead and activate it just in case you switch to multi-site in the future. Unlikely, but never zero. And then continue. We are going to keep both of these activated for require strong password and refuse compromised passwords. So you can't use 123 and admin as a password, very weak. And if someone knows your password and act into your website using your password, you can't use that password again in the future, which is very helpful. Go ahead and continue. We're going to have standard login. I'm not going to activate two-factor authentication. All right, because two-factor authentication is going to require me to log in with something else, and I don't want to do that for a tutorial. You can do it for your website. However, just go ahead and log in. And it even says here it's a pro feature. All right, then, just go ahead and continue. This is for my own website, and we're going to enable Security Check Pro. Let's just go to next. Authorize my IP address. This is my current IP address. And we're not going to check IP. We can check IP. There it is, and we're fine. Let's go next. Like I said, I'm not going to allow two-factor authentication. It's also a premium service. For our firewall, we have everything activated, which is good. Site check, we can schedule a site scan. I recommend you do that. And for utilities, everything is going to stay as is. Let's go ahead and continue. We're going to use default user groups, which means that different users get the only access to what they need, which is a very important security protocol that you need to know. Don't give access to everything to everyone, all right? So don't let your editor or your customer can get access to everything. Only admin needs access to everything. Editors will need access to the blog, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and click next. we can change this. I'm going to leave it as is because all administrator covers everything, and complete setup. All right, then let's go over to the dashboard. On the dashboard, we are going to see some really awesome information here. No vulnerable software is detected. So old plugins, delete all your old plugins. Don't keep them. So if you have a plugin that you're not using anymore, deactivate and delete it because it can cause security risks. Thankfully, Solid Security is going to tell us if there's such a thing. It will tell us all the threats that we've blocked, database backups, and everything like that. Really good. Now for the next step, we're going to head over back to plugins and install plugins. Under installed plugins, we're going to go with UpdraftPlus, which is the last plugin of this part of the tutorial. Go ahead and activate. I'm going to close right here. Go to UpdraftPlus, go to settings. For now, what I recommend that you do is you go with a daily backup. All right, daily backup. You want to keep a month of backups. All right, so let's go ahead with so go with 28 and 28. But because this is a tutorial, I'm not going to be doing backups like that. So I'm going to go with manual, but you guys do daily 28. And if it's a very active website, like you're posting multiple blogs per day and the like, or even e-commerce, which this isn't e-commerce, you want to use something a bit more frequent. And you can do weekly as well, but I like to use daily just for security. And the reason why it is important, which is interesting, you might find today that your website is hacked. But if your website is hacked today and yesterday it was fine, you can bring up like the last save point before it was hacked, which would have been yesterday. You can actually get those files and reload your website to that saved point, like when you're playing a video game like Pokemon, and that's going to help. All right, then. So daily, etc. I'm going to go with manual, like you guys know. I said I would. No need for you to use what I'm using. I'm going to save to Google Drive. Amazon S3 works well. And I'm pretty sure there are other options here that you might use, but Google Drive is the most popular one. Go ahead and save changes. Now we're going to be asked to sign in with Google. Let's do that. And now we are going to complete setup. Next, we are going to back up now. And the backup is complete. Let's close it. All right. Now, like I was saying, if you have, so we're going to have a list of backups as the days go by. Every day is going to back up for you guys. Let's say that on the 5th, you notice that there's a hack. You can go ahead and say, hey, you know what? Let's just go back to the 4th and just click restore. Select all of these and click next. And, well, I'm going to cancel because I'm not actually going to back up, reload, but, or restore. And that's it. Now, next thing that we're going to do is we're going to learn how to change the colors of the website. Yet again, we're going to learn the importance of colors and typography in our branding package. We're going to learn how to edit our header. We are going to learn how to edit the footer of our website. And after that, we're going to learn how to edit the actual template. So we're getting into the editing part of the tutorial. Then we're going to learn about responsive websites. We can perhaps do some lead gen and learn how to add a property, and let's see where tutorial takes us. But for now, branding is the next part of this tutorial, learning the header and the footer, changing the site icon and the like, and yeah, let's get going. Let's just get into it. What we're going to do right now, this icon right here, this WordPress logo that you see in the tab of Google Chrome, if you're using Google Chrome, that's called a site icon. We're going to change that. This right here, believe it or not, that says Alan Dunkley. That is actually a logo. It's not in the footer, but that is actually our logo. So we're going to change the logo. We're going to change the site icon. So let's go about doing that. If you're here on the homepage, go ahead and hit customize. If you are on the dashboard, here's what you're going to do. You're going to go to appearance and then customize. Know that we're here. A few things that we can do, we can hover over each element and there will be a pencil that appears that says, hey, you can go ahead and edit this area. That's not what we're going to do first. What we're just going to do first is just change the site icon by going to site identity. That's right here. Under site identity, under site identity, words, right? We're going to select site icon. We don't have it uploaded as is. So we're going to go ahead and upload that first. All right, while these icons are being, well, logos and like are being uploaded. I haven't uploaded the black one. Let me just upload that quickly. And there's the black logo. And here we go. All right, so the site icon that we're going to choose is this colored version right here. We're going to choose that and select. We're going to just crop image. We don't need to crop, but that's good. Once we see the change, we're going to publish. All right, so we've published our change. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to change our logo. The easy way is to click on the pencil and it takes us to the logo area. We're going to click on change logo. We're going to select the logo that we're going to use. I think the white logo might be best in this case. So just use the white logo and see how that looks. And let's skip cropping. And yeah, it's a bit big, but let's go ahead and publish first before we change the size. Now we're going to increase the size or reduce it. I think this is good enough as is. Go ahead and publish those changes. I like it says that we can use a logo only. We can use a logo and the title, or we can use a logo, title, and the tagline. Now, you don't see it because I think the color is off. Let me see if we hide it. Yeah, so it is there, but the color is hidden. So I'm going to go on the contact page and see if it works, where you can actually see those changes. All right, there it is. So if you use logo alone, this is the logo. We can use the logo and the title. All right, or we can use the logo, title, and tagline. We can change the layout or format. All right. I'm not going to be using these, but it's nice for you to see how these work. You might have a really awesome idea for what you could do. All right. It's a bit crowded, is what it is. So I'm not going to use it because it's a bit crowded. I don't like the design, but it is really nice that we can do that. All right, then. So we're just going to go ahead and use the logo alone because that's common practice and that's the best design we can do at the moment. We can also change our site icon here, but no worries. Let's go ahead and publish. Now for the header and the footer. For the header, we can just click on the pencil and it will take us to the header. Or if we're all the way back, we can go to header and we can edit our header. We have a transparent header in this case. The sticky header is when you start to scroll, the header sticks at the top. Let me show what that is. Just click on sticky header. Change from no to yes, only main row. And what is the main row? All right. Whenever I bring up the dialog box to upload an image, I always go off screen. So if I go off screen for a while, don't worry about it. I'm still here. You can hear me. All right, then. So move out of the way. What is the main row? Because it says we can activate for the main row, top and main row, whole header, on the top row, on the bottom row. All right. What are those? We have down here a representation of what's happening in the header. So I'm going to go back to the header. We have some elements. All right. This is the main row. And in the main row, we have the logo, which is right here. We have primary navigation, which must be this. And we have our social icons, which is this. And that is pretty awesome. But what if we move our social icons to the row above? All right. So now we have something in the top row, we have something in the main row, and nothing is in the bottom row. So in the bottom row, we're just going to move a button below primary navigation, and there we go. Now, what this is saying to us is that we have three different locations in our header that we can add header elements. So there are three areas here in the header area that we can add elements to from our list of available items. And I wouldn't suggest that you try to add an element in every row because as you can realize now, this header is a bit big, right? So what we could do is we could add the social icons there, but we could put the button here, right? And we could also move the social icons over here, right? And this is how you can just go about doing that. I don't know if this design would actually work, but let me see how it would look. All right. And that's not working at all. Nope. Only if there's another navigation, I suppose. Let me just bring this. I'm having some trouble moving it where I want it. And I think it's because it doesn't want to add any more elements in that box is what, oh, there it is. So we could do that and we could move the button to the header and move the social icons there. Or we could move the social icons and do it like that. And I like this header. Now for this header, what I'm going to say is I'm going to keep this main row sticky whenever we scroll down the site. So I'm going to go back to sticky header where we were. We're going to enable sticky header on the main row. What you're going to realize happens is that when we start to scroll, this part of the header is going to stay. All right, notice that. But we need to change some appearances. So we need to fix our appearance. So just click on design, and I might need a different logo for the sticky header. So I'm just click right here, and this is our logo. I don't I don't see an option for changing the logo for the sticky header. All right, so I'm going to go back, and I'm going to enable sticky header. Different logo for a stock header, which is right. We're going to use the colored logo in this case. We could also use the black logo, but I'm going to use the colored one. And there we go. Now for the menu, we need to do some changes so we can actually see it. So we're going to go to design, and it says navigation colors. All right, so I'm going to change the navigation color to something from our primary, which is good. I'm going to use the blue for this case. All right, and so that is for the initial color. The hover color is what happens when you hover over it. I'm going to choose a different color. I think what I should do is for the initial color, I will use this darker blue. For the hover color, I will use this lighter blue. So now you can see some changes. And for the active color, so active is whatever is selected at the moment. I'm going to use, let's see how this pink looks. All right, that works. That works. It's a bit standoutish. I think the light blue would be good. It's on a minimalist design, but I want it to stand out. Let's see about black. All right, so I'm going to use the pink because I want it to stand out. All right, then go ahead and publish those changes. So we don't have any social colors on our sticky header because we're just making changes to our sticky header is all. And sticky header background is white at the moment. We can change to black. I'm just doing that and doing that. So we can do that, but I think it's best if we use white. Yeah, I want a shadow though. So it's not to have a problem with white. What I do want, however, is a shadow for the sticky header so it stands out just a bit. And I don't think I see that. Let's just click on main row. All right. And when transparent headers background is sticky, looking for sticky. I don't see it. No. All right, then I think we're good though, because so we don't want a sticky header on the mobile. We're going to take a look at so we're going to enable main row shrinking. All right. So it's going to shrink 60%, definitely. And enable reverse sticky on scroll up. So I don't think we're gonna do that. I can't find a shadow, but I think that's okay. Gonna go ahead and publish. And I like what we have right here. It says sticky bottom border. All right, that could be good. All right then, so this is good as is. This is it for our header. We can go ahead and make changes to our button. So for our button, the word button is not going to be very helpful for getting clients. So what we're going to do is we're going to say request consult. Let's say call us. All right. We should be able to add icon to it. And we're going to add a link. So we're going to create a link, create a page for the call us option. All right. Or a page for a free consultation request. And set link to download, sponsored, no follow. We're not going to do any of that. And for the design, there isn't much that we can do either. I would love to add an icon to it though, but it doesn't seem we can add an icon, at least not in the free version of Kadence. But it is good as is. Let me just add a hash right here until we've created that page. Colors is what it's going to be for now. I'm pretty sure we're going to change it. Let's go ahead and publish. And now we know how to edit our header. Oh, let's just click on the top row because the top row is a bit big. It's pushing things down a bit too much. I don't like that. So I'm going to go to generals and the mean height. All right, notice that. And so there's that, but let's do the mean height for the main row then from 100 to let's try 80. and I'm not seeing much of a change. See the design. So I want to change the space at the bottom. So I'm not getting that either. I want to change the space, but I'm not getting the option to change that space at all, guys. Put the contained, sure. I guess it's as small as it could be at the moment. So that is why you also have to bear in mind how many things you add to your header, because if it takes up too much space, it's gonna make your landing area a little bit crowded. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and publish those changes. We're gonna continue scrolling all the way down to the end of the website, and this is where we're gonna get to the footer. We can just click on this area, or we can go all the way back, and we're gonna see a footer right here. And this area is using three sections for the footer. The first thing we're going to change, and I love to change, is the copyright text. So to change it, you can just click on the pencil here, or you can click on this, and then click on the gear icon just to get some design changes. And general is where you have the information, copyright year, site title, and for theme credit, I'm going to remove all of that, and delete that option. And then I'm going to say WordPress tutorial by Zeilhan. And I think I would like to have this in another line. All right, then. Let me see if I can just shift and enter, see if I can get it closer. Yes, I can. I'm going to change it. So I'm going to click on here. I'm going to do, no, go back to general, highlighted, and so I can't change the text as I would like. But I can go to design, and the font is open sans, the link colors. So I'm going to add a link to this. I'm going to go to Zeilhan.com. That's our own website. All right. And I'm going to remove the underline. Can I do that? Yes, I should. No, it doesn't seem so. I'm just remove that underline tag and remove that underline tag that was just added. And remove that one. And the anchor text is there. Go back to visual. And there we go. Go to design, link style, no underline, now it's removed. Link colors, I'm going to use the pink for the link color. The actual font, I'm going to change the color to a brighter white. Privacy policy and disclaimer, we can click on that. It says, let's publish those changes while we're at it. It has privacy policy and disclaimer, we can click right here. And we can go, I want to do space. And actually, let's go back. Let's click on the unlink. It says we could convert to blocks. Just copy and paste. And I can say terms of use. And then we can do a link and say terms. But I don't think we have a terms of use page as yet. So I'm just going to have to add a hash, and you can add that page afterward. Then now what we can do is we can just click on this entire area. All right. The height is a bit much. So I'm going to reduce the height just a bit. 50 is good. And bottom spacing 40. All right, there we go. Now for this area right here, now what I like to do, because I don't like the design for this area, it's not very beautiful, I must admit, but we can make it beautiful. We just click right here. All right. And we can go to general. There are a few things that we can do right here. From 4 columns, we have one right here that is being used. We have a space here in the middle row, which is interesting. So we're not using the middle row, we're just using the top row and the bottom row For widget 4, which I believe is right here, not much. So we can click on this plus. We can add an image. We're going to use one from the media library. I am just going to grab the logo. That is just waiting for this to load so we can grab the logo. There we go. And there we go. It's a bit big. Just resize it like this. That's it for our logo. We can add a link to it. All right, so just home, sure. We should have the home page. It doesn't seem so. All right, then what we can also do, so you can't see it here, right? You can't really see it, but you can add another link. And I'm going to go with paragraph. And so that can be your name. I'm his best real estate agent. And that's good for a search term. And that is good. I won't add too much here because, don't need to be fancy about it. And we close. You can edit this information by clicking the pencil. And there you go. You can change from, let's say, 7:30 to 8:30. I'm going to still close at 10:30. I think the hell not. And this is in California. Good for you. So we're going to go ahead and publish those changes. And Alan Duncan, we can go ahead and put some nice text right here. Beautiful. All right, then. So that's it for the header and the footer. There isn't much that we're doing in this tutorial. We're not going to make it too fancy. We just want to get through the tutorial and now you know. So what we're going to do next, which is very important, is we're going to take a look at just go back on this option. So we're going to scroll all the way to the top of the page so you can see what's happening. Move myself all the way because I'm not very important. We have the option right here. Where is it? Colors and fonts. This is going to help with the branding of your business and your website. Branding is basically saying that, sorry about that, whenever someone thinks about your business, what exactly do they feel? What comes to mind? When you think about Apple, what comes to your mind? Or when you think about Toyota, what comes to mind? Apple is going to be a premium option for getting gadgets and electronics. Toyota is going to be cheap and reliable. Not so sure they're cheap or reliable anymore, but that is the brand that they have built. What you're going to do in this section is going to learn how to build a brand. Now, the first part is that you're going to learn how colors influence your brand. And how you do that is by this thing called color psychology. It's easier for me to show you than explain, but I'll explain it in like 10 seconds. Color psychology says that different colors emit different emotions, and emotions, how you feel, branding, how you feel, right? Let's take a look at an example. We can click on colors and we have a logo. We have a color palette here. We can go ahead and cycle through different color palettes. Different color palettes are going to use different colors. Let's go ahead and use color palette 2. You're going to notice that the feeling changes as you change. All right. So this is color palette 2. Now the website gives you a different feel than it did before. And this is color palette 3. Oh, it's the same thing, isn't it? All right, then. So we can now go ahead and click right here. And we can choose this. Very different than when you use this. Very different than when you use this, which is what we had initially, which is different than when you use this and when you use this and when you use this. So we can keep scrolling through colors or cycling through colors like that. Not going to be very helpful. And you're noticing that there are some changes here. Oh, this is a dark theme. That's nice. You're going to notice that there are some changes here and there. But another way to look at color psychology is just by going to Google and type in color psychology. And it says here, color psychology is a study of how colors affect people's emotions, perceptions, and behaviors. You can click on image. Oh, it's even right here, actually. Search Labs, good for you. So red is for passion, love, anger, stimulation, vitality, and self-esteem. Purple is creativity, royalty, and wealth. Blue is calm, strength, and trust. Green is new beginnings, abundance, peace, and balance, which is interesting. Black, mystery, elegance, and power. And you're going to notice that a lot of the premium brands, think Apple, think Rolls Royce, think Mercedes, they're going to use black, whites, and grays in their colors. And it also gives us a bit more information here. It says, in a marketing perspective, color can influence how consumers perceive a brand and whether they make a purchase. Now, take a look at this. Go to images. And this image right here, you click on it. You notice that all for red, orange, and yellow, most of the food brands have one or a combination of these colors. You think of a food brand, In-N-Out Burger, Whataburger, Burger King. I'm thinking about a lot of burgers. McDonald's, Pepsi, Domino's Pizza, Kellogg's, whatever it is, most of them have a color from these three options, and those are very popular for food brands. Notice that a lot of the tech companies that were started during the tech bubble, that is from 98 to 02, they're about, they also have a lot of blues, Dell, HP. We also have Facebook, wasn't started then, but there we go. A lot of earth conscious colors or green companies use green. And this is going to be helpful in helping you select the colors for your brand. Now that you have an idea of which colors you're going to use, how do you get what's called a color palette, which is basically a combination of colors like you see right here, that you can use for your brand? Well, you're going to go to this place called coolors.co. Wonderful place. Under coolors.co, we can start a generator, but I won't do that because you see this thing right here. That's what's going to be happening on the screen, and it can cause seizures. So we're not going to do that. But what we are going to do is we're going to explore trending palettes. And right off the bat, we're going to see some very awesome color palettes. Let me just move myself out of the way. This is a nice purple one. This is a nice one as well. This is nice. This is nice. We have some really awesome color palettes right here that you can use. So let's say we're going to upload this color palette to our website. We're going to first grab this color as, let's say it's our primary color. I think I should use something a little bit more expressive. Yeah, I'm going to use that one. So just click on the color. It's going to be copied. Head over to our website. We're on palette 2. All right. Palette 1 is this one. That is the one that the website normally has. Palette 2 is whatever this is. I'm going to just switch it back to this. All right. And now we're going to click right here, and we're going to just highlight and paste. Then we're going to click right here, and we're going to click on this button. We're going to highlight and paste. And here's the thing, you notice that the button changes the color, and we might not want that to happen. There are two ways we can go about changing that. We can first change the color. So let's say we want the buttons to be red. What we're going to do first is we could actually say, all right, this is the first color that's being used on the button. Let's add that for red. So just use this for the first red. All right. And we paste that right there. And we grab the second red, which is a little bit lighter. And we go right here and we paste that right there. And now we have a nice red, and it's beautiful. The other way that you can go about it is that after you've added all your color palettes, you can go to link colors and you can click right here and you can say, for this, for the link, we're going to use this color that is selected right here. Right? So it's not like it's set in stone and there's only one way to go about it. It's actually pretty amazing how flexible this is. So you can upload your color palette right there. We have our whites and our grays and our blacks. That's beautiful. We have some blues right here, really nice. And I'm going to assume that this is our color palette. All right. What I'm going to do, however, is that I'm going to get something other than blue to mix with the red. So we have a black, we have some grays right here, subtle text, strong text, and so on. White or off-white, lighter background, subtle text, medium text, strong text, strongest text, accent alt, and our accent. We don't have a primary color, do we? Well, that's fine as it is. And let me just go right here and right there. What we can do now is notice that there's a green overlay and now there's none. For this, with the green overlay, we can actually change that green overlay by finding where that overlay color is being selected from. It's most likely in the design part of this tutorial. We're going to actually design the different areas of the website, and nothing wrong with that. So what we're going to be doing next is we're going to learn about font, because the combination of the color and the font is going to set the tone for your brand. So just heading back just a bit, typography, fonts and typography. I am going to publish these changes because I like what we have going on right here. All right, we have some fonts right here. So we can go ahead and notice that we have Carla, regular, 16 pixels for the base font. Our header font is Rubik, and our H1 inherits. What we can do is we can click on this option right here. You remember when we're uploading the site, like the actual template, we could select from colors right here. I think during that time, I liked, I think it's Prosa Libra Light for the header. Was it? I don't think it was Oswald. So you can go ahead and cycle through the fonts. Here's the thing about fonts, guys. Whenever you add a font to the website, every time you load the web page, you have to load that font. And for every font that you add, you're going to increase the load time of your website. I mean, that's going to make your website slow. I suggest you use no more than two different fonts like they're using right here, preferably one. And if you can find something here that works for you, or it's Lieber Franklin that I liked actually, if you can find something here that you like. So we have Lieber Franklin, and that's for the base font, or well, the header font, right? That's what it is. Lieber Franklin, Lieber Bakersville. So I want to change Lieber Bakersville to Work Sans or thereabout. So we can scroll all the way down and notice that it says here for the base font is Lieber Bakersville. We can click on that and we can change to Work Sans. And you're going to notice that it changes the font all over the website. So it says Work Sans. Let's click on that. And now we have some changes. And this is good. This is actually what I want to go with. So I'm going to publish those changes. But like I was saying, if you add too many fonts, it's going to increase the load time of your website. It's going to make your website slow. And that's basically it. Now, we've learned quite a bit. Learned our header, we've learned our footer, we've learned about global colors, what you can do for global colors, and well, your color psychology you can figure out. So let's say we're in real estate, we can say the best colors for real estate businesses. We can also, so you Google that. You can also Google best fonts for real estate businesses or real estate brand, well, real estate businesses or brands, and you're gonna get a list of fonts. I prefer the ones that load natively, that we don't have to bring from Google. So we can actually download custom fonts and add them to our website. I don't recommend that. That's not like starter friendly or beginner friendly. And it can get complicated in terms of how many different variations you have to add. So we're not going to touch on that, but it is certainly possible, especially if you're not a beginner. But it's a beginner friendly tutorial, and I like what we have right here. I think our button is a little bit big, but let's just add a border radius. No, it's fine as is, it's fine as is, it's fine as is, and yeah. So now we're going to close and we're going to head over to the actual website and visit site. On visit site, you're going to notice that we have our website here. Absolutely beautiful if you ask me. Now we are going to learn how to edit this website. To edit this website, you're just going to click on edit page, and the most amazing thing is going to happen. Literally what you see right here is what you're going to get on your website's final project. Let me just close this window. And what that means is that it's a WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. Normally, when you're building a website or a web page, way back in the day, in the age of the dinosaurs, eons ago. By the way, guys, there's a trailer out for the new Jurassic Park. Wow, I just got cut off by my own phone. Anyway, there's a trailer for the new Jurassic Park. So if you're into that kind of movie, comment below what you think about it, and let's start a conversation because I'm excited. Anyway, what we're going to take a look at right here is we have this website here. And normally when you're building websites, you have to code it. Like you have to, let me show you what it looks like. So you can just right click and go to inspect, and this is what you normally would have to write to build your website. This is all code for this website as is, but you don't have to do that anymore because now you have WYSIWYG. How WYSIWYG works is that whatever you see right here is what you get. And notice that we had a lot of code and we didn't see this beautiful thing right here. This beautiful thing is right here, and that is what it's going to be. So you can click right here that says view page, open link in new tab, and it's right here. Go back to here and we can change it to WordPress tutorial, beginner, easy beginner WordPress tutorial, easy beginner WordPress and Kadence tutorial, and we can save. All right, once we save, we're going to head back over here where the actual website is, and we're going to reload, and the changes are made. So we have an overlay here that is a little bit yellow if you ask me. We're going to head back here and we're going to click on this area. We're going to go to style, and we're going to notice that we can change where the image is focused. We can also go to the background overlay settings. Here we are. The opacity is 45 and we have a color. So let's just select the color. It's not fully black, so I'm going to go right here with the black. We can increase the opacity to something darker, or we can reduce it altogether. I'm going to keep it at about 22, or 20 is good. Save changes and reload, and there we go. But it doesn't show the text as nicely as I like, so I'm going to do that. We can also do is we can click on the image. All right, so the image right here, we can change the focus of the image, and it can be like that, can be like that, and there we go. So how does this work? To get an element on the page, all right, you're just going to click on this plus right here. And let's say you want a button. So we have a lot of blocks right here. These blocks are what we're going to be adding. It's like you're building a house. You have a blank canvas and you want to add something right there. It's going to be added in the form of a block, and you're going to build on it and go from there. What you're going to notice is that you can just click on, let's say, icon list, drag and drop right there. And for your icon list, you can start typing list item 1 and list item 3. All right. Then after that is added, you can just go ahead and save. And once you reload, it's going to be added right here. And there you go. So you don't have to write any code. Now we're going to build something a little bit more complex. So let's go ahead and click on list item right there. Click right here and delete. And we're going to delete. And we are going to delete. All right, that is good. We have a button. We can do the book appointment button. For now, we're just going to learn how to edit the template, because now after we've done this, we're going to have to create a page for booking an appointment and add the appointment function. And I'm going to show you how to actually add a calendar to your website. Actually pretty cool, guys, and it's free. It's going to be amazing. So we have all of that going on here. Let us say that we want to get some text for our website. All right, so it's Alan Duncan, and we want to get actual text that is not lorem ipsum. We're just going to go ahead and save. We're going to go over to ChatGPT. And on ChatGPT, we are just going to type, give me. So I'm just telling ChatGPT to give me information for a demo website, or well, to add to a demo website is better. To add to a demo website about a fictitious real estate agent called Alan Duncan, to use below the ear section of the homepage. I'm sure the ear section. The hero section is what you see when you load the website. It's this area right here. This is the hero section. All of this right here. So this area below the hero section. I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to give us some information. All right. And we're just going to run that. And we should get something that we can add here that is not lorem ipsum. And there we go. So we have some information here, which is absolutely beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and copy this. All right. First, let's copy meet Alan Duncan. All right. Copy. Go back to our website and go right here, and Alan Duncan. So we're going to leave that as is, but I'm going to increase it. So we're going to make it a little bit bolder. All right, that's good. If the font weight isn't nice, we can just click on it and let's go to style. Let's look for font weight. All right, actually, I'm going to highlight it, and we're not going to change the size, but we do need to change the weight. Style says color background. The height is okay. Advanced typography setting. We can change from extra light 200 to, let's go to semi bold 600. That's good. And then now it says logs real estate agent. All right. What we can do is we can just highlight. It's literally as you see, and you can paste your trusted real estate partner. So I'm just going to highlight Alan Duncan, and I'm going to go to right here. I'm going to go to text color, and I'm going to use red, but I'm going to bold Alan Duncan. All right. And there we go. Now we can head back over to ChatGPT. On ChatGPT, we're going to grab this information. All right. And I'm going to show you how to use ChatGPT to get information for your actual website. For now, I just needed some dummy information or some demo information. We're going to go right here and highlight and paste. And it says here everything that ChatGPT said. However, After that, ChatGPT said to us that it says expert in residential and commercial, dedicated, proven track record, committed. This is actually a list item. Remember, we added a list item in the first part of the tutorial. So we're going to grab a list item and we're going to copy all of these right away and see if we can add all of them at once. It says here icon list. So we're going to scroll and just type search for a list. So we have icon list and list. I'm going to go with icon list and drag and drop it right here. And then we're going to paste. All right. And this is actually pretty good if you ask me. So first, notice that for the list icon, I was pointing at the screen. Crazy, right? So anyway, notice for the list icon that this is just one point with all of these. So we're going to just Control X and then do that and paste. And we don't have to use these icons either that ChatGPT is sent over. And I'm going to go right here and cut and then paste and delete and cut and then paste and then home and then delete. And I like this is a little bit bright. All right, it's bold. Not sure if I want that. Well, yeah, I guess it's fine. So we can undo changes by clicking right here. All right. So that's fine, I guess. And this area, we don't need that because there's something else. So we're just going to let Alan guide you through ever-changing real estate market. All right. And just Control V and paste that right here. Now this says learn more, but I would like to have a more standoutish button. So I'm going to X right here. I am going to say button. So we have buttons, buttons advanced and show more. I am going to get an advanced button just because we're all amazing coders at this stage. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move out of the way. We're going to go to advanced and actually, before we go to advanced, let's add the text that we want to add to the button. I'm going to say call Alan. All right. Now we need this to be over to the right. Well, to the left. So I'm just do that. We need to go to style, general. Oh, so for the call Alan, I'm going to send it to the contact page, guys. Just so we have a link. Let's send it to the contact page. By the way, go ahead and save these changes. Then go to style, location. We don't have an icon on this actually, which is perfectly fine. We can grab an icon. Let's just search for a phone. They're popular. All right, and we can change it to the left or to the right. Keep it at the right. Oh, that's a bit much. All right, there's that. Title for screen readers. This is good for SEO. I'll close icon settings. Not much to do with typography because everything is perfect as it is. But you can go ahead and change the font and everything and the like. So we need to change the alignment. So it's right here. Change vertical alignment. We want to change items justification. So we're going to go to left, and that's good. So just click on this area, click on the button, and you can change to right, and you can change to middle. That's if you have a lot of stuff, but we don't. We're going to go back to, there's a file left. We don't need this anymore. It's going to go ahead and delete that. And meet Alan Duncan, your trusted real estate partner. That looks good. Go ahead and save those changes. Let's head back over to the home page and refresh. We should see something more beautiful. All right, right here. It would be nice if once we hover over these, it highlights, right? So just head back here and can click on the list item. We can go to style. Oh, we can actually change the icon, which is good. So I didn't remember that we wanted to change the icon. Let me just use this water droplet right there. But first, let me just do all the design changes to this one. But that's good, I guess. Go ahead and save. I would really love to have the options. Let me refresh. I would really love to have the option where once we hover over it, it's highlighted. Okay, well, that's fine. And we can go ahead and change the icon for all of these in much the same way. Just click on it and then look for the water drop icon, whatever, wherever that is. as far, I guess. There we go. And you can go ahead and change all of them. And you do the same thing for the entire website, guys. So the next thing that we're gonna have to learn, because we're gonna learn to build a page from scratch, but at least now you know how to edit the actual website template. The next thing that we're gonna have to learn about is this thing called website responsiveness. So what is responsiveness? Website responsiveness is not talking to your website and it talks back. That is not what it is. Actually, website responsiveness means that, hold on. All right. So over here that you see right here, right? It is a 27-inch curved monitor. All right, beautiful. And I'm seeing the website. See, we're seeing the website beautifully on this 27-inch monitor. It looks really nice. Right here we have a phone with perhaps a 6.3-inch screen. All right, and if I'm to visit the website on this phone, it should look well, or it should look beautiful as well. So that is what responsiveness is. Responsiveness simply means that you visit a website on devices with different screen sizes, it should show beautifully and it should work well. All right. So what is that? How do we even do that? It's very easy actually. Remember we mentioned that you don't have to write any code with WYSIWYG. Huh, it gets better than that. Because normally, whenever you code a website, you have to tell the website what the breaks are, right? And the breaks is basically going to be where to show what at different screen size, all right? And you have to calculate that at times. However, with WYSIWYG and with Kadence, the only thing that you need to do, so I'm going to go ahead and close this, and we're going to close that. The only thing that you need to do is click right here. And notice it says view. You can change from a desktop to, we had a mobile phone just now. So let's just go ahead and switch to mobile and see what it would look like on a mobile. And there we go. All right then. So let's scroll all the way to the top and easy beginner WordPress and Cadence tutorial. And we could click on that and we could change the line height because I think it's a bit small. All right, I want some space between it. All right, that looks better than what we had before. And we had some space right here, which is a little bit much on a mobile for blank space. So we're going to go ahead and reduce this. Just click on it and drag it up like that. All right, and that's good. Easy beginner WordPress and Cadence tutorial. All right, that's nice. Go ahead and save those changes. Now, we've made this website as it is responsive for mobile just now, just by changing that. And I just say that we've done the entire website. So we've gone through the entire website. We've made all the changes. So featured properties a little bit big, so we can just highlight it. Or at least I don't think we need to highlight it. Just click on it and go to the size. It says font size. Notice that the actual mobile phone is highlighted. All right, means that we're going to change it only for the mobile. We're going to just click on small SM. We can go to large, and that's good. Takes up one line, looks a lot better. And we can click on this as well. This is something different. It's an info box. We're going to learn about that a little bit as we speak about. But actually, it's the same, guys. It's the same as with other options. So we can just click right here, and we can type info box, and then you can just drag and drop. It's the same thing. It's nothing special, and you can edit different parts of it. All right, you can click on it, and you can go to style, and notice that we're still editing the style for the mobile right here, as it says. So we can just go to the style. Let's look for the font. Oh well, this is the header part, and this is some text. So let's just go ahead and container settings is right there. Info box. We're not going to do anything to the border or the border radius. Media settings, we can go to text settings. That's the most important thing. I think media settings would cover the image, right? We're not going to change anything with that. Or we could try to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to leave that as is. I'm not going to get too fancy. So we don't need too much of the media settings, but the text settings, that's where we wanted to make some changes. For the header, right here, we want to make it a little bit bigger. So for us, a little bit smaller actually. So font size, let's click on medium. And notice that we changed this part, so I'm going to keep it back at small. Or you could click right here and it's 14 pixels, or you can go to 16. I'm going to keep it at 14. It's not the font that we need to change. We need to change the title, so it's not text settings, but title settings. And it's at H4. We can change it from, it's supposed to be large at this stage. It actually was medium. So it wasn't large or medium, it was somewhere between large and medium. So we're going to keep it at medium, and we're going to keep it as an H4, and that's good. The price settings should be good. So just go ahead and learn more settings. I think that's where the price is. So we're going to change that to red. All right, that's good. We're also going to change the weight to, oh, the hover is here. Beautiful. Now we have a hover, meaning that it's going to change color. All right, good. Go back to normal. We need to change the font weight. So we're going to move from to regular. Can inherit. But what I want to is I actually want to change the weight to something heavier. Doesn't seem like it's going to allow me to do that, but I'm perfectly fine with that. And that is good. And the thing about it, guys, is that we've already just set up our website to be responsive for mobile. Now, to make it responsive for tablet, right? So we're going to assume that we've gone through everything and changed everything. To make it responsible for responsive, not responsible for tablet, we just click right here and then click on tablet. And now we have the tablet view. So let's go all the way to the top again. And we're going to go through the website and ensure everything is fine. No, for tablet, this is a bit much, right? This is a bit much of a space. Not as bad as mobile. So we're just going to click right here. Well, I guess it's fine as is. And you can go ahead and just scroll through and make all the changes as you see fit. If you want to make more space there, you just click on that part and do that, or you can drag it back. Just wait until you get this change and you do that. Alan Duncan, perfectly fine, perfectly fine. This is good. This is good. Perhaps what we want to do, yeah, it's fine. It's fine as is, featured properties. And there we go. The thing about it, guys, is that with that, you've made your website responsive. It's absolutely beautiful. But you've only done it for one page. And you need to do it for every single page that you do, which means that now we're going to get into the next part of the tutorial, how to build a website or web page from scratch. But we're not just going to go ahead and build a web page from scratch. We're actually going to set up some lead generation because we need to start generating leads from our website so you can actually get sales and clients and the like. It doesn't make sense you have the website and you don't get sales from it. So that's what we're going to do next. And we're going to incorporate some more chat GPT into that. Matter of fact, I'll just use this opportunity to teach you how to use chat GPT to get content for your website. So there's a tutorial link somewhere right here where you can take a look at how we use ChatGPT to write emails. Well, let's say that you have this website and you want to get content for it. All right, you can get over to ChatGPT, and on ChatGPT you can say something to All right, so it says location Miami. So let's just say that so tell ChatGPT who you are. I am a 25-year-old. All right, what do you do? I specialize in luxury real estate, luxury and high-end and luxury real estate. And my fonts, my typing and grammar is bad, but never mind it. Now we're going to say, act as a copywriter. And what are you going to do? What information do you want to add to your website that you don't know how to word nicely? All right. So this is where it's going to, we're going to tell ChatGPT what to do nicely for you. Act as a copywriter. And on our website, we need some information about our past clients. Write content for a section speaking about your previous accolades, and then you put your accolades and you add all your stuff like that. Then you click enter, and ChatGPT is going to write something for you that's really beautiful. And here we go. And there you're going to go. So what you need to do for your website is you need to tell ChatGPT what you're working on. And a good place to start with this is actually on the about page. Believe it or not, on the about page, you're going to build a personal brand. You're going to build a personal relationship, sorry, with your website visitor. So it would be a good place to tell ChatGPT how you got into real estate, what your experience has been like, what your goals, dreams, and aspirations are, your mission, vision statement, and everything in between. And you can ask it to write it better. So you can tell it your story and tell it to write your story better. Give it your mission statement, tell it to write it better. Give it your vision statement, tell it to write it better. Give it your goals and objectives and tell it to write it better. Act as a copywriter and write it better. And that's how you're going to use ChatGPT to help you get content for your website. Normally, you would have to hire who's called a copywriter, not copyright, as in COPYRIGHT, but a copywriter, as in copy, COPY, writer, WRITER, to get content that actually helps your website to sell itself and sell your services. But now AI can do it for you to a very good level. And that's it for using ChatGPT to actually get content for your website. Now we have to focus on actually starting to build a website from zero. Let's get into that, guys. Something I'm just realizing I didn't teach you guys is what's called SEO, search engine optimization. I know we touched on it at the start of the tutorial, but there's something else that I need to teach you as it relates to SEO and adding content to your website. As it relates to content on your website and SEO, let's say you have a picture right here and you want to add a picture. You can upload your own pictures of your own projects and your work and properties that you have and everything in between. But a lot of times you're going to need stock pictures. What you should not do is go to Google and type real estate pictures, go to images, like this picture, I'm like, all right, I'm going to use this, save, and add to your website. Do not do that because as you can see right here, it says license details. It says here that it's licensable as well. And you could also get sued for using these images. These images that you see here on Google, they're not always free for you to use, right? So what you're going to do, if you're going to use images from Google, you're going to go to tools, usage rights, and Creative Commons. Creative Commons licensing basically says that these images that have Creative Commons CCO, you can use these, or CC0, I think, you can use these images in your projects for free without attribution. There are a list of other websites that you can go to get free images that are free stock pictures. And not just images, you can get vectors, videos, and illustrations, etc. I'm going to show you some of these websites right away. Let's go to Pexels. That's my favorite. Oh, well, it's one of my favorite. This is Pexels, and you can search whatever it is that you want. You can also go to Pixabay. Here is Pixabay. You can also use Pixabay. You can also use FreePic, which is actually pretty good. I like FreePic. You can get a lot more than just pictures. I mean, you can type real estate, and you're going to get a host of things: vectors, illustrations, photos, PSDs, templates, mockups, free and premium. I think for some of these you have to give attribution, so you want to be sure to learn how to give attribution. If you click on the image, it will tell you if attribution is required. It says attribution is required, how to attribute, and it gives you a set of instructions on how to attribute. So that's Pexels, Pixabay, FreePic. You can also go to, I used to use Unsplash. I don't recommend it anymore. It's just not fun. For icons, you can go to Icon Scout. Icon Scout. It's pretty amazing. I believe you can also go to Icon Finder to get images and illustrations, icons, etc. And these are places where you will get media files for your website. I'm just going to go ahead and show you how this ties back into SEO. So on Pexels, we're going to close everything else on the right. Don't need those. On Pexels, we're going to type real estate. We get a few pictures and images. All right. Pictures and files. You can get videos as well by just clicking video and searching real estate. And here you're going to have a few videos. All right. But I'm going to go with the pictures. This is a nice bedroom. Download. Now, when you're downloading, and this is something important for you, whenever you're downloading, you don't want to download the original size. That is too big. 6,000 pixels by 4,000. That's way too big. You want to download something between 1280 and 1920. 1920 will give you HD, 1280 will give you just a regular sized image. Either way, these images are going to be resized on your website. The problem is that if you get them too big, whenever they're resized, they're still going to take up too much space. And as you know, whenever the web page is loaded, it has to load all the images, files, scripts, and everything on that page. So if you have, let's say, a few images of whatever size 6,000 pixels is going to be, it's going to make your website really slow, especially on mobile devices when you do it for responsiveness. So you're going to download something that's 1920 by 1280 or 1280 by 853. And that's it for like WordPress. WordPress is going to do the resizing for different locations, make you use a smaller size, etc. But definitely start small. So after starting small, and the thing about it is that you're not going to notice the difference in look between 1920 and 1280. You're just not going to notice it. It's not that visible to your eye. So you can go ahead and use that. We also have tutorials linked in the description and in our on our page that teaches you how to make your website fast. That's like caching and stuff like that. You can go ahead and check that out. Complete tutorial with free plugins as well. We got your website to load in under a second, which is pretty amazing, mind you. So anyway, we're going to download the medium size. After we've downloaded it, we are going to use an online image compressor to compress it. On tiny JPG or tiny PNG, we're just going to upload. Now that it's been uploaded, we have 121 kilobytes. It's reduced by 4 kilobytes. We want to keep it below 250 kilobytes, so we didn't even need to compress, but compression is good because it's a part of the tutorial. There are going to be times when you need it. We're going to download the compressed version. After we've downloaded the compressed version, we're going to head back over to our website. And I guess we can try to change an image here. So we're going to click on this area. Remember, we're going to click on, where is it? Style. Move myself out of the way. We're going to click on style. We have a background image right here. All right. So we can go ahead and edit image. We can also remove the image. All right. So just go ahead and edit image. It's not here. We're going to have to upload it. So we're going to just grab the compressed picture that we downloaded just now. Once you've grabbed it and it's uploaded, this is where the SEO section is going to come in. Now remember, we said SEO stands for search engine optimization, and that simply means that whenever you add pictures or content or even have a page, you need to optimize it so a search engine can find it based on the content that it's, that's on it. One of those ways you can do that, or one of the ways you can improve that, is through what's called image SEO. Now in image SEO, what you're going to do is you're going to name the picture something relevant. So right now it's called Pexels Curtis Adams 6940 blah 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 blah. Not very helpful. What we're going to do is we're going to name this something as it relates to our website and our web page that is going to appear in search terms. So what would someone searching? What would someone searching for services search to find our page? And that's what you're going to name this. So we're going to call this Luxury Real Estate Downtown Miami. For example, put a hyphen between the words, no space. Then I'm going to put my business name. Don't need to. Now here's the thing, guys. After you've done this for your image name, you're going to have the alt text. Now, what is the alt text? A lot of times you go on a web page and the web page doesn't load properly and the images aren't loaded. Or sometimes people with visual impairment, they can't see, go to your website. How is it that they're going to read the image? Because those people who can't see, they're going to access your website by using what's called a screen reader. And the screen reader is going to read the content on your website and help them to navigate the website. But you can't really read the images per se, right? So how it's going to do that is that it's going to read the alt text. And the alt text is that bit of text that's going to appear in the space of the image. So the alt text should be also very descriptive of what your website is about and what your image is about. So I'm just going to say bedroom, master bedroom from Luxury Real Estate. So this says picture of bedroom from Luxury Miami property. I'm going to highlight and we're going to paste in the caption and paste in the description. And then we're going to add it to our website. And this now is a picture that is going to add, well, it's going to bring traffic to our website. Because remember, when we went to Google and we typed in real estate Miami, for example, this is one picture that is now going to appear for that search term, given if it's optimized and everything in between. All right. So what that means for us is that we can use our images to increase our website traffic, relevant website traffic, which is going to increase the amount of clients we get from our website. Now I'm going to go ahead and change this back to what it was because I prefer that picture. I think this was the one that was there. I'm going to try another one that I see. Let me just try this one. So I'm definitely going with the one that was originally there. Not going to change that. All right. And that is good. So we can just go ahead and save this. And then we save. All right. That's good. Now we're going to learn how to create a page from scratch. Let's just click here. We are going to add new page. This page that we're going to add is going to be called free consultation. All right. And we're going to publish this page. All right. After we've published the page, we can go ahead and click view page. Hold on, sorry. All right, view page. Let me just close everything else. And this is the page that we have right now. There isn't any content on it, so we can go ahead and edit page. Now, here's the interesting thing. For our free consult, and this is just how to add lead gen to your website, there's going to be a video linked in the description that teaches you the full process of adding a lead gen feature to your website. It goes really in depth. It's very helpful, very easy to understand. So we're not going to dwell too much on that. However, on this free consult page right here, free consultation page, we want to add what's called a calendar. So I'm just going to go ahead and head back, just leave. So we're going to go to plugins, add new plugin. Let's see if there are any cool real estate plugins actually. So let's go for real estate and see what appears. Essential real estate, I've used Ecstatic for a while. Real Tina, Real Press, Slim to Reds. All right, so not much happening here. So I'm going to see if I can find a calendar plugin. I think it's by Fluent Forms or the Fluent team. Let's see. I think it's called Fluent Booking, is it? There it is. I'm just going to go ahead and install. Now, there's a full tutorial for this process that's on our website, on our YouTube, and it's going to be linked in the description. So we're not going to go through the full thing here. It's going to go ahead and activate that. All right, Fluent Booking is there. Let's go to Fluent Booking and go to, let's just check out the dashboard. Let's see if there's anything there. And we have to set up something. So I'm just going to say event type one-on-one, event name. You can add a description with ChatGPT. And we're going to say it's a 1 hour tour. And we're going to say in-person organizer address. And then we're going to say, all right, now this isn't exactly how you would do this because you still need to tell them where the property is located. So perhaps we're going to have a field. All right, so we're going to continue. What we're going to do is we're going to continue. Sure, Friday and so on. I think we can do a Sunday meeting for those who work during the week. All right, and we'll do those 10 to 2, I guess. So let's go 10 to 2. All right, and then we can continue. We need to have a question. Save changes. Let's go to question settings. Your name, email, and instead of saying, what is the meeting about? We're going to ask, we're going to say enter property address. All right. And you see, whenever they enter the property address and they tell us which property they want to see, that is where the meeting is going to take place. So they're going to see the property on our website. We're going to tell us which property they want to see here. And then the meeting will take place at that property. And save changes and we're good. And I believe that is it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to calendars. All right, so I'm going to open a new tab, calendars, just to ensure everything is there. It is right here. And we need to just copy the short code like that. And it says landing page. So we could get a landing page. We could enable landing page URL, but that's fine. On our free consultation page, we're going to click right here. We're going to search for short code. The short code is going to be added. We're going to paste it right there. And that should be good. I think what we could also type is Fluent, and we should have Fluent Booking come up, or perhaps calendars. This doesn't seem to be there, is it? So we can only add it via shortcode at the moment. That's perfectly fine. So it's gonna save this and view page, and here it is. Now this is bland, so we're gonna now add an heading or a heading. So let's add a heading, advanced heading. All right, it's going to be tell us to schedule a property visit. Then we're going to add some text, and this is where we're going to say, and then we can paste. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a section, and that section goes there. In this section, I'm going to go to style like we did. We're going to add a background image. This might be good. And we need some space. So within this, we're going to add a heading. All right, if you can't click on it, so we can't click on the place right here. We can only click the text. We can just click right here and then click the section that's going to appear again. Go to advanced. We can add padding to the top. And we can add padding to the bottom. And once that's there, so I think a min height would be good. Or perhaps we can do it viewport height. That's going to be that. And then this, we're going to align content in the middle. We're going to add some padding to the left. That's on this side. Padding is the space within the element, and margin will be the space outside the element. So we're going to add some space within the element to push free property over to the left. All right, there we go. We are going to add a background overlay. Background overlay. We are going to use not a gradient, but let's use a color. The color is going to be black, of course. 0.3 opacity. And then we're going to change the color of the text to white. And schedule your free property visit, etc., etc. And then we're going to save. Now let's just reload. All right, so here's what we have happening. We have a picture right here. Let's just go to the contact page because this is the easiest way to fix this. On the contact page, we have that. On the about page, we have that. So this is something that follows all the pages. So what we really didn't need to do is to add this free property visit right here. So we're going to go ahead and delete that entire section that we just worked on that I didn't realize we didn't need because it comes with the template, how it's set up. All right, that's fine. And free consultation. Let's try it out. And yeah, there's that. So we can actually do some designing on this page. We're not going to go through that. We just was showing you how to get things done. I think the easiest way to go about this is like go to the about page, find a design here that you like, and just copy the same thing here or do something similar. You don't have to be a pro to make something beautiful because as is, this is wonderful. Just perhaps some alignment. All right. So we could add it to that. We could add everything to a section so it's nicely aligned and everything. But I'm not going to go through that. All right, so we're kind of done with that. I think that's it for your tutorial because I don't want to spend too much time making a tutorial too long when we actually know how to get the website going already. So we've learned quite a lot, everything that we need to learn. Matter of fact, I think the last thing that we need to do is on the website, if you notice, there are properties here. So on the services, we have Norman Street, all right, and we have brokerage. Now, the easiest way to learn how to add these is to just click on, so I'm going to go to Norman Street, and this is a property. Let's say we want to add this property again. We can go on edit page, and we can see how they built this page, which is absolutely amazing because it wasn't done with a plugin, it appears. So we have everything here. And yeah, this is actually pretty amazing. So what you're going to do to duplicate this is you're going to go to pages, all pages, and where it says Norman Street, you're going to duplicate it, but we don't have the duplicate function ready. So we're going to go to plugins, add new plugins, and we're going to get the duplicator plugin, duplicate page. Go ahead and do that and activate. Then once it's activated, we're going to go back to pages, all pages, Norman Street, duplicate this, and now we're going to edit this page. It's not going to be called Norman Street. So we're going to call this one Miami-Dade, for example. I'm pretty sure there's a place called Miami-Dade Meadows. I'll just call it Muse, sure. And this is where you're going to change your content. So you're not going to call it Norman Street. It's going to be called Muse Miami FL, and I'm going to use 1101. I don't know if that's a code. And we can change the property to just 7 million, 2.5 million. And you can view details. You could add a link right here. All right, and then you can start changing out the content. If you want to change the pictures, you click on this area. You go to style. Under style, you're going to just edit image. And you're going to choose another picture. For example, this one, I guess. Or this one, or this one. Let's just go with this one for now. Let's see how it looks. And there it is. And I don't like how blurry this picture is, but I'm going to go ahead and publish just to see how it looks. So there's that. And open link in new tab. So the picture is blurry. The picture is actually blurry. So we could get some better pictures. I mean, as a real estate agent, you're going to have high definition pictures, much like you have right here, which are going to be beautiful for your website. So I am not fearful that you will have great pictures. What we're going to do next is we're going to add this page, Miami-Dade News, to our list of services. We could actually call them properties. So we're going to go to customer right here and go to menus, or if you're on the dashboard, you just go to appearance and menus. We're going to rename the services to properties and services, just in the title. All right. And then we're going to add to menu for Miami-Dade. Ensure that you have selected the main menu. All right. And then once you have Miami-Dade News, you're going to add it right here. And I'm going to put brokerage above and save menu. Once it's saved, we can visit site, and here we go, Miami-Dade News, and it's good. It's ugly though because the blur. I just don't like looking at it. The blur is just too much. And yeah, that's it for our website. We've added things to the menu. Even it's actually pretty amazing what we've done today. We could do a lot more in this tutorial, but this is a beginner tutorial. Not everyone is going to need all those extensive features and gizmos that we could add. So this is very good, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. And help us. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subs. I'm a little less, right now, a little less obsessed with the idea of getting 1,000 subscribers because I'm just like trying to put great content out, which I don't feel our content is very good. But if you did like what we do today, go ahead and tell me below what you like and what you would like for us to change. And let's go from there. All right, let's go.